my gosh. We have a jam-packed show tonight. A jam-packed show tonight. A guy that lived in eBay, Steve-O, and Dr. Drew. eBay? No, IKEA. Sorry, he lived in IKEA. Can we start again? Welcome to my house. Okay. IKEA. Hey, guys.
I can try eBay another time.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to the show. We have a big full house tonight. Full house. Jam-packed. Can we close the door there? Can we close the door? Yeah. Mark Malkoff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing great,
We got to
Tom.
just jump right into it today.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know, Steve-O was here today.
I saw him.
Oh, look at the full house we got here on the bleachers.
Yeah, I think I'm a little high from him.
Well, let's have a hand for Mark here. We got to... Mark,
Thank you.
Now, you work work on the Colbert Report.
I do work at the Colbert Report, yeah.
Yeah, and you lived in an IKEA.
For a week.
For a week as a sort of an elaborate stunt that you did.
Yeah, I needed a place to stay. My apartment was being fumigated.
Yeah, and you actually really did go live there in IKEA.
For a whole week.
Why IKEA?
My apartment's 80% IKEA, and I just thought as a comedian that it would be a fun thing to do and film it, and IKEA went for it. I'm not sure why, the buttload of publicity.
They actually just let you live there and...
Yeah, they didn't pay me. I wanted a futon.
Yeah.
Or something. But I got nothing.
Yeah, no, that's cool. You do like a lot of stunts like this. You did some stunt on your website where you drank out of... you went to every Starbucks in New York City in 24 hours.
171 Starbucks. I had to hit a store every 7 minutes for over 23 hours, and I made a purchase and consumed part of the product. And I don't drink coffee.
Right.
Ever.
But you drank at every place? You had 177 coffees?
My body started, my body started to shut down at hour 14. And I was on a bike, and then people started to carry me and throw me into the stores the last hour because I was so out of it.
So you're here in Los Angeles, and you don't have a place to stay.
No, I have no idea where I'm going to stay.
And, well, I actually, thought I could offer you, up a place here.
Do you have a bedroom for me?
Problem is I don't have a bedroom here anymore. I've moved into my guest house myself. My bedroom's now an edit bay.
Okay.
And my spare bedroom is actually the master control room. So, but we thought maybe we set the doghouse up. Can we cut to that? You could stay in the doghouse if you'd like. Can we cut to that? Yeah, look, we have a camera in it. Look at that. There's the doghouse.
Oh my God.
So we thought maybe you could go out there and stay in there, tonight. And,
for like a week?
Yeah, like after our little interview that we're doing right now. Our fun little interview we're doing right. Are you having fun?
I'm having a great time, and I can stay there tonight?
Yeah, well, even during the show.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Hey, we got some people calling in from Montreal. Hey, Patrick, how you doing? What's going on? We're with Mark Malkoff here from the Colbert Report. Good, good. You have a question for Mark? What are you doing out in the street there? And
well, basically, I heard that Mark lived in an IKEA for a week. We're actually in an igloo right now with a couple of raver kids, but we're not going to live here for a week.
Wow, you really are. You're actually in it.
Talk to any yourself or just get to know some people here.
Okay, well, can we just look at you and not speak to you?
Yeah, you can ignore me, not speak to me.
Yeah, well, let's just look at you. That's pretty cool. They're in an igloo.
Yeah.
You know why I said eBay off the top when I was outside? Because I was thinking eBay, because we're doing this eBay auction here, and I got to say some stuff about this. Okay. It's really important. It's the last week of our eBay auction here at the channel. We've been asking all our celebrity guests that have been coming up here to donate something that we then sell on eBay, and we keep the money. Okay. And we're keeping the money. We're hoping to buy like a new switcher, or we rented a grizzly bear for a week with the money. It was actually a North American black bear. But the auction's going real well. You can just go to tomgreen.com and that'll link you to the eBay auction. Danny Bonaducci's T-shirt has 10 bids on it right now for $55.
All by Danny Bonaducci. He's bidding on his own.
Oh yeah, well possibly. Yeah. Kat Von D's Sketches has 17 bids for $30.56. Don Magic Wand's shoes got $152 towards the new switcher. It's pretty good. And James Ray from The Secret, his poncho, 16 bids, $860.
Damn, pretty damn good.
Lots more stuff on there, though. We have Omarosa's putter is on there. So what's it like working on the Colbert Report? That fun?
Yeah, no, it's tons of fun. Steven's awesome. The crew was really nice because, I got paid for 2 months to sit on my behind while the strike was going on. And then the day that they went back, I actually had to call into the store to let them know that I couldn't come to work because I was moving into a store.
What do you do on the Colbert Report?
I'm the audience coordinator.
You're the audience coordinator.
Yes.
And you're all over the internet, massive publicity.
Yes.
What do they think of that? Are they think that's pretty funny?
Yeah,
or?
they're really supportive. I mean, they let me live in a store for a week, which was awesome. And yeah, no, it's good people over there.
Yeah. Did they help film all of the stuff?
I actually had 2 of the WGA writers that have nothing to do with me, and I had all the interns with me.
We have a little clip of it, actually.
Oh,
we
cool.
can look at you staying in the IKEA store in New York City. New York City?
We were in Paramus, New Jersey.
Wow. Paramus, New Jersey.
This is it!
You know I'm a dreamer, but my heart's of gold.
Cool, man. I can make cookies tonight. Wow, fake pasta? This is awesome. All my cooking needs a refrigerator. Wow, a bedroom set for the twins I don't have. This place has everything.
Wow.
I wanted to say, on my final day, I actually got Lisa Loeb to come and play in my bedroom for me.
really?
She put on a concert,
Lisa
which was
Loeb,
very surreal.
Oh, she came and played in the IKEA for you?
Yeah, it was the first time she ever played a furniture store.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
She's a friend of, your wife is a fan of hers, right?
Yeah, so she came.
Yeah, what's your wife think? I think Dr. Drew is here.
Oh,
I'm
Dr.
going to
Drew's
go let
here.
Dr. Drew in.
As you should.
Yeah, and then you want to go settle in the doghouse?
Yeah, totally. I'm ready to stay
appreciate
there.
it. I really appreciate
Yeah, I need a
you.
place to stay. I appreciate it, Tom.
Yeah, well, I mean, it works out for a little bit of a comedy moment for us, too.
Okay, let's do this.
Makes it almost feel like the Colbert Report.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
rapport,
little bit.
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
it is
let's
rapport.
get Dr. Drew. Thanks
Glad
for
you watching the show.
Thanks,
Thanks
man.
for having me here.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Dr. Drew.
Hey, Tom.
Come on in.
Thank you, buddy.
We're just going to commercial break right now. Dr. Steve-O is going to be coming here as well. Steve-O from Jackass.
Dr.
Drew.
Steve-O?
Yeah, well,
Dr.
you know,
Steve-O? Is that what he's calling
You know, he
himself
has a
now?
new show called Dr. Steve-O.
Oh, I'm scared.
Stick around. We'll be right back. Come on in. We're just going to commercial. They were doing
Crack.
actual cocaine, right?
Actual cocaine.
Crack
In
cocaine.
fact,
Smoking crack.
Look, here's the thing that Tom, thank you for having me, by the way,
Yeah,
Tom.
thanks for coming in.
But the one thing that absolutely kills me is that footage sort of made the rounds a few weeks ago, and people on this footage of Amy Winehouse doing the same thing now out on the sort of YouTube or somewhere, and people on the news agencies are constantly telling me, well, you know, this is like some sort of faux drug using or addicts allegedly using. My thing is like, what do you think drug addicts do all day?
Yeah.
Pretend they're doing drugs?
Right.
If you pull a camera out, you find drug addicts doing drugs. That's what they're doing. And this day and age, you've got the National Web of Vision, and stuff gets launched into the Web of Vision, and off it goes.
Yeah, but I mean, they obviously have a whole crew filming them. They didn't
No,
have
they
any
actually,
problems.
there was not a whole crew. There was basically either that we gave them cameras to film themselves,
Okay.
or one guy with a camera out there. The crack was just one guy in a camera in the back of a limousine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, who was doing the crack?
Shifty.
Okay.
That was a guy from that band, Help Me Guy. Shifty did Crazy Town.
Oh yeah, and Baldwin, one of the Baldwin
Daniel
brothers,
Baldwin was in the group,
Yeah.
and I'm grateful for. Really, they were all very courageous, and what they did was rather extraordinary.
Is it hard to help people that are, on television filming themselves, in
the
this
whole
spiral?
that was the big question. Well, no, they didn't do anything different than any other drug addict does coming into treatment. They did drugs and got loaded, and they came in. But what was difficult there was 9 people simultaneously coming in, rather than people kind of trickling in as they normally do during a hospital. So there was no old timers there to help enroll the newcomers. There was the cameras, and that helped. I constantly had to evaluate whether or not people were there. I mean, they were motivated because they wanted to be on TV, they wanted to be paid, and they wanted to get sober.
Right.
And so the question was, what was the most important priority for them in any given minute? I kind of had to pay attention to all that, so I made sure that I could tell whether or not they were being honest about their motivation and what they were emotionally, and how they were emotionally investing themselves in the process.
Felt like people were just kind of getting loaded because it was good TV?
No. You're still focusing on the beginning part. Yeah. You like that part.
Yeah. There was some dramatic stuff, though, right?
In treatment?
Yeah. I mean, the show's just started. It's
in fact, people are
big hit, right? Congratulations.
Thank you. It seems to be done very well. People are sort of surprised. I mean, people are sort of wow, there's an audience applauding. That's nice. People seem to be.
It's just a cell phone going
It's a
off.
cell phone. I
Yeah.
see. People seem sort of one of the criticisms the show gets is that it's so negative and such. It's only 3 days into treatment is what you've seen so far. We treated everybody for 3 weeks, and there's a lot of inspirational transformation that goes on in these people. You'll see.
Right. Yeah, we actually have a clip. We want to look at a quick clip.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
we can look at a clip.
Right.
Yeah,
Let's
it was
look-
fun
let's-
to be able to look at a clip.
Let's look at a
like
clip.
to have the technology where it works, where the clip plays. when
For
you-
those of you, for any of you guys that have never been in the studio before, in Tom's studio, there's a long heritage in this room of Tom yelling at technical people.
Yeah, not
and
anymore.
I kind of miss that.
Not anymore. It's a new positive sort of
you
outlook.
seem very positive
Yeah.
and comfortable. Before he was agitated, irritable, discontent, and just yelling at the tech guys behind that counter.
Well, yeah, it was a bit of a. I mean, it was a bit of a thing that I had to work through.
I miss
with
it.
your help a little bit.
It was
I'd
nice.
come on
Well,
Loveline and you'd talk me off the
you've
ledge
been very
every
kind.
week.
You've been
And I've also, been kicking alcohol myself until last
no
night, of
kidding.
course, when Ed McMahon got me loaded on scotch last night right here.
I mean, what are you going to do with that?
Got me off the wagon. Ed McMahon.
I do a talk show in Los Angeles on 1260 AM KGIL, and you very kindly came on and helped me with that show in the morning.
No, it's fun. You've always been very nice to come up here and
Thank you.
support our little Webovision thing here.
National Webovision.
National Webovision. And we're on television now.
Television and
We're
Webovision.
on 6 markets.
That's cool.
In America
very
and
exciting.
national in Canada. Okay, let's look at the quick. So it's pretty serious stuff there.
It
Huh?
was very serious stuff. It's treatment. And God bless VH1. They, as we were planning this show, they were sort of, like TV execs do, nurturing it, trying to shape it into something they want it to be. And I kept saying, you guys, just don't, I can't tell you what's going to happen. Treatment is an experiential process. It's different for every person and every group, and it's very hard to predict what's going to happen, but things always happen. And they were like, yeah, okay, well, I'll tell you what, we'll build a pyramid or a totem pole, and each week will represent. I'm like, I don't know what is going to happen each week. We'll find out. About 3 days in, we get in there, and this kind of stuff was happening. And Jeff Old, who's now the VP of VH1, came up to me, and he said something I've never heard a television exec say before, which was, we see what's going on here. It's really interesting. We'll see you in 3 weeks. We're just going to be completely out of this now. We trust you to do what you got to do, and good luck. And if we can be here to support you, we are. And I thought, wow, incredible.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll talk more. I want to ask you a bit more about the celebrity aspect of
Okay.
it. Are celebrities more apt to be addicts? That's what I want to ask you after the
I will
break.
answer that.
Okay, and Mark's out in the doghouse, Mark Malkoff. Can we see that? Yeah, there's Mark's out in the doghouse there.
What?
Yeah,
With Steve?
he's staying
Oh
in my
my gosh.
doghouse. Yeah,
Tom,
yeah.
I can't get the Atari to work.
Oh yeah, we set the Atari up for him out there. He's the audience coordinator on the Colbert Report.
He lived in an IKEA last time I saw
Yeah,
him.
he's staying in the doghouse tonight.
Yeah.
Which is better, IKEA or Tom's doghouse?
Yeah.
The stench in IKEA is a little bit better, but other than that, this is good. I just want my Atari to work.
We'll get that. Someone run out there and get that set up.
That's
for him.
awesome.
Okay,
And I
we'll be
want a
back after
Sprite.
the break with Dr. Drew and Dr. Steve-O, too. So
He wants a Sprite.
Pretty intense. Pretty intense stuff.
I mean, the gentleman you saw with the kind of hat on, the reddish hair and the big glasses, he is a counselor that I work with and have for years, and we were sort of pitching this show around, and I thought, this really is never going to happen. This is like, there's too many things that have to be overcome, and I'm not sure we should be doing this. And just as we were starting that process, Bob Forrest, the guy's name, walked in my office. He and I work together all the time. And he said, I'm so sick of the way people portray treatment, rehab, and they don't know what they're talking about. And it's not something that's conducive to a bite. I can't tell you in a bite what rehab is. You have to see it and experience it. It's different for every person. We need to do a television show where we show what treatment done right is. And I thought, Bob, really? You think it's time? I mean, funny you should say that. We're talking about that. And if you really think this is the time and you want to do it, we'll forge ahead.
Are celebrities more apt to, people that are in
Yes.
the public eye?
No,
is it the
celebrities-
Hollywood lifestyle that drives people crazy?
No,
They
it is
have
not.
to start doing drugs?
No, it's not.
No?
I mean, think about your own pathology. Are you sicker now than when you started being Tom Green?
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Absolutely.
No, you're not.
You mean when I moved to Los Angeles?
Maybe LA could have screwed you up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, it sure did.
But I mean, you're the same person basically that came to this talk show.
No, I'm way more messed up than I was when I was a kid.
You've been, no, you're better. You stopped drinking so much. and
Well,
you're-
I'm trying to now, but
Right,
I started drinking a lot first. Now I'm trying to stop.
I'm just saying things that. But the point being, stress is not. Stress is bad for everybody, and I have a stressful job as a doctor. These are all stressful.
But being in the
careers.
public eye, the camera. cameras in your face all the time.
Think about it
like
this
the girl from American Idol that's on the show,
Jessica
right?
Sierra, yeah.
And then she has a problem, and then all of a
Yes.
sudden the camera's on her, and
Yes.
then they're making fun of her. Does that make it worse? It's got to make it worse, right?
It didn't make it worse. It didn't. I mean, she's a very severe addict, was on the street. This was a chance for her to get treatment. She did well in treatment. She was called back to Florida for a hearing. We knew she would likely relapse. We begged Florida not to take her, to make us send her back. She did. She relapsed. She has a post-traumatic stress disorder, and she flies into these rageful fugues when she is loaded. She beat up a cop. She goes back in jail. Thank God.
It's a bad thing. Huh?
Bad thing.
Beating up a cop is
not a good thing. And
No.
she used a couple of ethnic slurs and.
But so you went down and brought her back?
Brought her back because
Yeah.
the judge wanted to put her in prison for 10 years. I said, look, this will be the end of this girl's life.
Did she know you were coming, or was it like a Dr. Phil? Just show up?
No,
kind of
no,
thing?
she knew I was coming. So,
What was that all about?
The Phil thing.
He just showed up, right? He just shows up in people's hospital rooms.
He could be.
Yeah.
He could be right. You know, the next. Well, I guess.
Is Dr. Phil an ambulance chaser?
I don't think so because I don't think he would know what to do if he.
But he did. He just showed up, right?
Yeah, he just. Well, no. Here's the deal. In fact, I feel kind of sorry for the guy because it may be the case that he was just meeting with a group of friends that happened to be Brittany's family, and saying, "Hey, how about I head over there and do a little fact-finding mission, see if I can figure out what's going on, so you guys know what to do." I mean, I've gone into hospital before and just snooped around and said, "Oh yeah."
Oh, you do that too? You snoop around the rooms and stuff?
No, I mean, to on behalf of friends that I know, just to talk, see what's going on, so they can understand what's happening, not to undermine the care of another doctor or involve myself in the care in any way. And that with addicts and mental health patients, the worst thing you can do. I mean, any of you have patients or family or friends that are in hospitals for substance, do not get into the habit or in any way reinforce the idea that the team doesn't know what they're doing. In other words, addicts get out of treatment by going, they don't get me the right food, I don't have the right linen, they don't know what they're doing, they treat me badly, and if you as a family member or as a well-meaning friend go in there and say, oh my God, it's right, we're gonna get you out of here. Oh, the addict just like, that's right, get me out of here because I'm going to go use.
So, and they say addicts are better to help addicts, though. Are they? Is that true, or is that?
Well, it's true that addicts connect with each other on a very deep level. And,
Have you ever had any
no,
substance abuse problems?
I'm not an addict.
Drew?
I don't
Dr.
have
Drew?
that.
Doctor?
Yes, thank you, sir.
yeah.
No, I'm not. I've not been an addict. And strangely, I understand this disease very, very deeply.
Yeah.
But the one thing I was giving a talk about this and about this being able to be an intersubjective experience, which is what we're trying to show people about in the recovery process. Another addict, recovering guy, came up to me and goes, you know, most of them. So much to talk about here. One of the most powerful statements another addict ever said to me and explained to me how this works is, all you just have to do is say, you know, me too. I understand deeply where you're at, me too.
Yeah.
And that is very powerful for the recovery process.
Right. So back to the Dr. Phil thing.
Yes. All right, so.
That kind of blew up, though, for him, right?
Yes,
In a bad way, in a negative way.
Right. I mean,
Did he cross an ethical line there?
You know, he doesn't have a license.
He's not really a psychologist?
No, he's not a clinical psychologist.
So what
not a
is he
practicing
then?
psychologist. He is somebody with a PhD who knows something about psychology, and he
Okay.
does sort of TV.
Right.
He does TV. And he went, and he knows something about it, so he went in a sort of a fact-finding mission, I assume. But then whether or not he's a family friend or someone who pretended to be, I mean, if that Britney Spears family thought that they were being treated by him or working with him, if he led them to believe that, that's practicing without a license. That's a serious deal.
Is that legal to just show up at a hospital room like that?
Yeah, you could go visit somebody. I mean, you know, it's okay to have visitors and friends on behalf of a family, with a family. That's perfectly
He just like
legal.
walked right into the room or something,
No,
didn't he?
but I'm sure you go in a psychiatric facility, you have to sign in, there has to be clearances, the patient has to have not explicitly excluded you from visitation.
Ambulance chaser. I think he's a bit of a quack.
It may
he's a
be,
quack. He's a quack.
He may be that
He's a quack.
it may be
Dr.
a
Phil's a
sad
quack.
situation that he was just trying to help out. He should not have spoken to the cameras about it. That's where he really looked bad.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll keep talking.
Okay.
Lots of time. I can't wait for Dr. Dr. Steve-O from Jackass
I know.
has a show now called Dr. Steve-O. He travels around the country in an ambulance and he cures people of he de-wussifies people. is what he does.
De-wussifies them.
Yeah, I think that's right. So we'll be talking to him about that.
Does he have an herbal treatment of some type?
I bet he does. I bet he does. Hey, oh, and you're there too. Okay, cool. Be back in a minute. Stick around. Oh, there's Mark there. Are we bumping in now? Hey, Mark, how you doing?
I'm getting my butt kicked in Pong.
Oh, good. Cool. I guess we're back on. We're back on now. Are we out of the commercial break? Oh, okay, cool. Hey, Mark, we're back with Dr. Drew, and Steve-O's going to be here in a minute. Mark Malkoff is out in the doghouse.
Yeah.
And we have a call from Tyler for Dr. Drew on Skype.
Great.
How you doing, Tyler? Go ahead and ask your question.
Good, Tom.
Thanks.
I'm actually wondering what Dr. Drew's take is on online dating.
Online dating, I have no problem with online dating. I've seen lots of success stories with it. The problem is the online relationship is what's the problem. If you spend too much time developing your relationship online before you take it into the flesh, into real life, all kinds of fantasies can be evoked that then get superimposed on that person when they finally do meet, and that's not so healthy. But I mean, dating is just another level of efficiency. Online connecting and dating is just another level of efficiency. It's not a lot different than going into a bar and meeting people and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't see any big problems with this. I know there's concerns about people being exploited in online situations, and that's a problem. But in terms of peers knowing each other and meeting each other,
We had your good pal Adam Carolla up here.
Oh, no kidding.
A week and a half ago.
Great, excellent.
Yeah, from
Was he-
Loveline.
was
That
he
was like a
funny?
Loveline question.
Yes, it was.
felt like a Loveline question.
Was he funny?
Oh, he was really funny.
Adam?
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Wow.
Yeah. You guys know? Has he been on Loveline lately? Have you guys?
He's not been in love. I'm sure he was talking about his movie that he's got coming out. Was he not?
Yeah. The
And
boxing movie.
The boxing movie. And He's
Yeah.
going to talk about that on Loveline one of these days. And I've been on his show a couple times, and we still go out and have dinner and stuff, hang out. Our wives are friends.
Yeah.
And we see his twins. He had beautiful twins.
Cool. Well, it's really. I guess it must be exciting on Loveline for people to have the new television show, the Celebrity Rehab
Yeah,
show,
I
and then they call
think-
up. Does it cross over?
Not that much. You'd
No?
be surprised that I think the Loveline audience and the Celebrity Rehab audience are slightly different. I mean, and the people that like Celebrity Rehab that are Loveline callers and participants are still, when they want Loveline, you know what I mean? When they come, it's a special, Loveline has been around for 25 years.
Yeah.
And people want to participate in that when they're there. They don't want to even be distracted by the Celebrity Rehab. Those are different sorts of issues,
Are you still shooting? Are they
No.
still in the rehab now?
No.
or-
Well, some of Jessica Sierra's still in treatment.
Okay.
I got to see her tomorrow.
But they're not filming that, though.
We finished back in September, August. And you have to keep watching to see what happens to these people. There's some really interesting things happen.
Right. But some of them are doing well. Some
Really well. Some
Well,
are doing
that's good.
fantastic. Some of them leave under sort of inauspicious circumstances.
Good. Well, it's good. Well, it's a great show. Okay, Dr. Steve-O's here. Let's
No,
go get
God.
him.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Maybe I could get him for season 2.
Oh yeah. Well, let's ask him. Steve-O,
Yeah, dude.
come on in, man. Awesome. Steve-O is here.
Come on, guys.
All right. How you doing, Dr. Steve-O?
I'm a little bit afraid, man.
No.
Kind
Oh.
of scared.
Dr.
Yeah.
Drew's already trying to recruit you.
That's what I'm afraid of. I
How
brought
are ya?
security.
What's up,
Good man.
Tom?
Come on in. Come on in, guys. Yeah, we're on the air right now, so come on in.
Yeah.
I got
Drew, my man.
Steve-O.
Brother.
Yeah.
You know, I
Have a seat
figured-
right here, Steve-O. Yeah.
I remember you coming after me trying to get me on your show.
He did. Oh, did Dr. Drew?
Well, I
came out?
especially wanted for season 2, but I guess you brought somebody to...
Yeah. I know now the show's a hit. Dr. Drew's really out to get me. I'm kind of scared. So
Right.
I brought security.
Did he really approach you about? Oh, yeah. Is
He
that why
really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. And I remember feeling pretty crafty.
Unhappy.
Well, I wasn't unhappy. I just thought, how do I handle this? I said, Dr. Drew, I respect the process of treatment much too much to make a mockery of it on TV.
You would have made a mockery of it, right?
Yeah,
You wouldn't have been able to.
I mean, I don't know. I certainly wouldn't want to disrespect it, because as an addict who reserves his right to keep using,
Right.
I don't want to get in the way of. I'm very professional about using.
It's true. One of the people think that somehow because I'm in this field, I would be like judgmental of people. People do whatever they want to do. That's fine with me. It was when people really are desperate for help. That's when I want to help them.
Right.
And one of the fallacies about treatment is that somehow we do anything. We don't make people sober. They have to decide to do it, and they have to really deeply want to do it. We just show them how to do it when the time comes. when
Yeah.
they're ready.
You're doing good though, right?
I'm doing really well.
You had said on a radio show at one point that you had a heart problem, but then
Yeah,
That was on my
that was
show.
with Dr.
He
Drew.
was. Can I please tell
Of
the
course,
story?
yeah. Spill the beans.
Because we were. I'm stealing your thunder a little
No,
bit.
no,
Tell
no,
what
no,
happened.
man, no.
Tell what happened. Then I'll take the final part
I've got
of it.
this really straight-laced family. Nobody would believe it, but it's true. And my family, my dad especially, worries a lot about my health. So to appease them and make them happy, I agreed to go to this comprehensive executive health
That I set up for.
Yeah, and Dr. Drew set it up, and I went there, and and I was like, oh man, dude, is my wiener all right?
The first thing you
yeah,
asked,
exactly.
right?
That's all I cared about. So I remember, I got a phone call from the doctor's got your results, and he wants to tell them to you in person. Now that's always kind of like, oh no, what is it? Like so I'm going there, I'm like, shit, and like, oh, I'm sorry. And I showed up and I said, my wiener all right? And the doctor said, oh, your wiener's fine. And I went, woo! Yeah. He said, yeah, but your heart, there's a, I'm like, my wiener's fine, who cares? I'd rather have a messed up heart than a messed up wiener.
Right, but
He said, no, you're not understanding me. You have the heart of a 90-year-old man, and you're never going to live to the age of 40. I was like, my wiener's all right. Sweet.
but that turned out to be a misdiagnosis,
yeah,
right?
well,
You are
They
okay.
literally, we were beginning to look into cardiac transplants and things like that. I mean, they had everybody all freaked out, and he came on Loveline that night.
It was, and this doctor that told me that was a general practitioner. So it wasn't hard. I went to Loveline the next night. I said, Dr. Drew, I'm dying. And then it was 8 days after the initial prognosis that I went to a heart specialist, and they said, really, you might have some minor and large heart enlargement.
Right, but it wasn't.
But it's fine.
And I remember I called up Dr. Drew, and I put Dr. Drew on the phone with the heart specialist. Dr. Drew became irate at the guy who sent me in telling me I was dying.
Yeah, I was a little upset that they would do that to him. But here's the thing that really shocked me the most. Was he came on Loveline, he was giving this heartfelt testimonial about what was happening to him, and I thought we'd get the support of the Loveline. And what we got was, hey, Steve, oh man, I'm so sorry about your heart. Anyway, back my girlfriend, to a person. I mean, to a person, they're like, Steve, hard luck, man. Sorry about your heart. And we were like, no, we're serious.
Man, that's going to suck when we don't have any more Steve-O movies.
But then they're like,
Okay, we got to take a commercial break. Quick commercial break. We'll come back. We want to talk about Dr. Steve-O.
Yeah.
We want to tell Dr. Drew about Dr. Steve-O.
Yeah, and screw you, Dr. Phil, man. Woo!
We'll be right back.
What's so bad? Like I said, he showed up with
Perfect shot. They got it.
Now, we've covered some of this before, but for those
Right.
who may have not heard, you're a trained circus performer.
That's
Wow.
absolutely right, yeah. I graduated from the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Clown College.
You got to practice falling down the stairs.
And said, yeah, that front flip with the fireball in the circus community, they call that a 108.
Okay. And is that
Breakdancers call it a suicide, as you know.
what's that?
A suicide?
A break dancer. See,
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
big break dancer.
I know.
Yeah.
and I think people somehow think that some of the stuff Steve-O does is sort of manipulated for television.
Yeah.
No, he went through the X-ray machine.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I actually consulted with Dr. I said, Dr. Drew, is it a bad idea for me to go through an X-ray machine in the airport? And Dr. Drew said, yeah, very, very bad idea. Like nuclear bombs, like the radiation.
Right.
I told him, sounds like a dumb idea. I'm in.
What do you want to talk about? What happened in Sweden when they came and X-rayed? They showed up and X-rayed you, right?
The
government.
They arrested me, and then they took me to Swedish prison, and then they took me to the hospital for this state-of-the-art X-ray.
Yeah, because you did. It was a stunt.
It was, international drugs.
But when was this stuff from?
This right
Paparazzi
here, it's
Stuntman?
my new DVD. It's really a lot of fun. It's called Paparazzi Stuntman, and you guys are both on it. I just invade the privacy of celebrities the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, the privacy of celebrities has been invaded by the paparazzi for years.
So you
Now
actually
it's being invaded by me.
you are the paparazzi.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. People wonder, is Steve-O a paparazzi? Is he a celebrity? Is he a stuntman? I'm all the above, baby.
Is there and the rap album?
Yeah. Yep.
I brought my drum machine. We can maybe do some
Man, I
rapping
can't
later in the
wait.
show.
I can't wait.
Got a microphone.
You're a good rapper, Tom.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, man.
You're a great rapper.
I'm the greatest
Yeah.
white rapper in the West.
Yeah. Now, what does it take to write a rhyme, to deliver a rhyme? What is it about rap that you enjoy so much?
For me, like I write songs on a kind of need-to-write basis. I get that light bulb go off, like masturbation, boom,
Yeah.
and I write hard as a rock, like, in the beginning I was more about making sure that I didn't tell the truth, and so I was writing songs like crack cocaine feels so good, and I've never smoked crack before, like, and then now that I'm more comfortable in the studio, like now I'm starting to tell the truth a little more.
Yeah.
Like I'm the greatest white rapper in the West. Like you just ask K-Fed, he'll tell you I'm the best. I got a whole K-Fed diss track.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm figuring that'll get the tabloid rags to push my filthy album.
Really?
I got to deal with Universal Records, biggest label on the planet.
Yeah.
They made a big mistake because they can't stop me from promoting it.
I like the clip that we watched on your website.
I know. Unfortunately, now that you're on TV, coming to your house is like visiting my niece. I gotta change my knuckles. Can't show my.
You
clip.
changed your knuckles for the television
I know.
broadcast.
I changed.
Because you had some swear word
Yeah, it
tattoos.
was the S word and the F word.
Yeah.
Now it says ship book.
Ship book.
Yeah, I'm
Ship.
promoting nautical literature.
Yeah, that's nice of you. Do you do that when you go on other television
Yeah, well,
shows?
actually, that's the rule when I'm at home.
His dad doesn't like it either.
Yeah, I know. My dad's didn't.
You guys are hosting the
It's so
Jackass.
funny. Like Dr. Drew really is like, part of my family. Like.
His dad is a lot like me, right? He's the same kind of guy.
Yeah.
He's the
It's
nicest
great.
guy,
Like,
smartest, nicest guy, wears button-down shirts. You would never pick him
know.
with Steve-O.
It was so funny when we went to the movie premiere for Jackass '2. I showed up in a limo with Dr. Drew, my dad, Ron Jeremy.
Your sister. Your sister. Your sister's a school teacher
my
in Florida.
4-year-old niece. And of course, I pulled out my package and peed on the red carpet in front of my 4-year-old niece.
Right, sure.
My dad was very upset, and I told my dad, I said, Dad, this is my red carpet, and I'll pee on it if I want.
Is that a fun night, Dr. Drew? Was that
fun.
You couldn't stay for the movie, huh? But
No,
it was
I
important
couldn't.
to me that you made it to the red
He was
carpet.
fun to support Steve. That was a big night for him. It was an important night.
Yes. God, you know how much of an honor that is, man.
Not only that, it was really a pleasure to meet his dad and his sister. They are just wonderful people. I mean, really, really substantial. His dad recommended some books to me, which I've read since. And he and I communicate online
I
all the time.
know. And I mean, you had communicated plenty before that, and now then to meet
Yeah,
in
put it
person.
together.
So you just did Jack 2.5, which is
Yeah.
but now there's a Jackass 3 you're working on.
We're all writing.
Okay.
I've got some really dumb ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm way more messed up than when I started.
is it getting harder? Is it getting harder to do? I mean, does it hurt more?
Well, I mean,
you feel
like,
pain?
I compare Jackass to any addiction. It has to be fueled more.
No,
more
I know. That's what scared me. Somebody's going to die.
The bar.
And I think you guys all know that.
I know. Yeah.
You really think
the
so?
bar gets
I think somebody's
higher
going
and
to.
higher,
I really do think somebody. I mean, I don't think it's going to be this guy.
we've got good angels that float around us, I think.
Yeah, one of them blinks. One of them blinks someday, and then somebody's going down.
One of those angels blinks.
Yes, that's right.
One of them blinks.
What, any big stunts you're planning that you could sort of?
I live in this apartment building, and I'm planning to build a ramp so I can come crashing through on a motorcycle and jump out my living room. It's got out the window.
The place I've been over to?
And over onto the roof of the building next door. I'm really excited for that one. Kind of Evel Knievel tribute,
Yeah. Do you know how to ride a motorcycle?
No. I figure I'll just punch it like Paris Hilton on a red carpet, and I'll be fine.
So I remember that. So you're gonna practice for that at all, or?
I'll probably practice.
What, so you build?
But the thing is, like, if we do that for Jackass 3, if I make it to the roof next door, then the director will just say back to one.
Right.
I'll have to fall between the buildings.
Wow. Wow. I want to.
Maybe he'll throw me like a cardboard box or something to aim for.
Oh yeah.
Probably not.
I'd love to come see that. Okay, we're gonna take a commercial. Back with Dr. Drew, Dr. Steve-O. We'll talk about Dr. Phil.
Yeah, screw that guy.
Stick around.
Jerk.
Look at that. That's a cedar-lined doghouse. Hey, how are you? You're on the air with Steve-O and Dr. Drew.
I'm great. How are you?
Good, good. You have a question for the guys, or?
I do. I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I was wondering if, in dealing with all the people he's dealt with, like the messed up addicts, if he's learned something specifically about himself.
Yeah, a lot, all the time. I guess I should do it this way, right?
Yeah, well, right here. Look, that's her
He
right there.
learns that he's the man.
Yeah.
No, you learn a lot about yourself dealing with other people. And the one, I think, that it just sort of off the top of my head, the one thing that sort of surprised me about myself in the process of dealing with addicts over years and years is that I can trust my instincts in a way that I never knew I could.
He's the man.
No. I learned to sort of read minds. I learned to trust what comes out of me in an interpersonal context. It's sort of like that right side of your brain processes things you're not aware of, and if you trust it and learn to go with it, you can really learn a lot about other people by going with that.
Well, the thing with Dr. Drew, he's got this instinct, like we do the radio show together, Loveline.
Yeah, that same thing.
Yeah, and then someone calls up and they say hello, and at hello, he's got, okay, you're on heroin, you've been,
No, it's true, and it's kind of bizarre. It's almost like a mind reading skill of sorts, but it's just having dealt with people so much, I've learned to trust what they evoke from me, and I just go with it.
A lot of people on heroin in Hollywood today.
Oh, yeah.
Heroin big?
Oh.
Crack? What's the most popular drug?
The most popular thing is what's...
Where do you get it, exactly? No, I mean, seriously, you just...
I don't really know. I'm Steve-O.
My man Big Reg used to sell crack. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait, she had a question for Steve-O. What are they doing here back here?
Where are you, honey?
You had a question for Steve-O, too. I think Steve-O had a question for you also.
Okay, Steve-O, when are you coming to the Midwest?
The Midwest?
Minnesota area.
Oh, the Northern Plains.
Man. Yeah. I'm going to Canada soon.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'd come to Hollywood. It's way radder.
I'm trying. I'm
How
on my
old
way
are you?
there.
You tour around. You take the show on the road, right?
Yeah,
you
love to.
Go to
there's certain things you can't show on TV, so you just gotta get there in person and say, screw those TV people.
What do you show?
Penis and testicles, and you can't do stunts while you're drinking, and
I want to run out and see that.
Okay.
Where do I get tickets to see that? I love a little penis and testicle humor. I do actually, but I don't necessarily know if I have to see it though. I mean, do people like seeing
How's it
that?
going with that one ball?
Yeah, it's going all right. It's working.
I haven't checked. I mean, every time I come here, I ask for you to break out the uni ball.
Yes, I know. It's not going to happen. That's not in my. I don't want to take your bit. You know what I mean? Dr. Drew helped me with that. Dr. Drew helped me with that whole ordeal.
Right. I got the call. Just like you called me, he called me too.
Everybody
calls a
little
bit different stuff. He calls me about than you.
But. I know. I was really. I'd come on joking around. I was nervous about. I've been in training for this, seeing Dr. Drew, really.
Yeah, you were nervous.
Really cleaned out the old system, just came here dead sober. And
you were worried he was gonna.
I know.
Oh, you did. You actually came here purposely sober because Dr. Drew was here.
I get a good report card with my family. So is it time to promote Guns?
Yeah. Is that the name of the album, Guns?
Oh no. The name of the album's called Hard as a Rock.
Okay, let me try.
I'm gonna do a song that it's called I Got Guns.
Okay. I'll throw a beat together real quick.
Yeah, throw a beat together.
Can we pump it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here.
Yeah. See, this is Tom Green making my beats from scratch.
Yep.
I like that. Just like this one guy did for this song. And Apex, one of my producers, produced a little song called I Get Money. You might have heard of it. You're gonna ready to make this break. You're gonna make it all fast.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Went faster?
A little faster, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I woke up this morning on the wrong side of the bed. I thought, hell, I just might shoot people. Woo! Because I got guns. Here we go. Tony Montana got nothing on me. I got more guns than you could believe. So much steel. My power to kill is very real. I am evil. Woo! Yeah. Cause I got guns. Murder is fun. Shoot everyone. 187 and they got me on the run. You're gonna kill people.
We're gonna kill people. Okay, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Steve-O! Well, what a fun night it's been.
Yeah.
I really want to say a sincere thank you to Steve-O. Thank you for
Dr.
coming by.
Drew.
And Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Coming by to our little show here, hanging out in my living room. You guys have always been nice enough to come up here. I really do appreciate it a lot.
Hey,
Thanks.
I love
Anytime.
coming here, man.
Yeah,
I
me
love
too.
being with Drew. You got to give me your email address because I've got this rad email list. Dr. Drew's been on it for ages.
Yeah. It's a crazy
lot of
email
fun.
chain that you guys are on.
Well,
What
it's not a
happens
chain,
on
no.
this?
We don't like chains, but I just had to keep people updated with my antics and stuff. And Dr. Drew, I think you enjoy the rad email
You
list.
just sort of look from afar and gasp.
Really?
And people are beginning. There are a lot of comedians now in the loop that are beginning to respond, though. It's getting
The
pretty
reply
funny.
all words are just grisly.
Pretty funny.
But people can get in on it if you go to my website. It's steveo.com, where self-destruction is funny.
Yeah.
And you can sign up to my rad email list right in the top.
Okay.
Spam free, no garbage coming in, just a bunch of filth from me, direct.
Great. Awesome. Thanks, Steve-O. Thanks, Dr.
Hey,
Drew.
no doubt. Thank you,
Mark
Tom.
out in the doghouse, you out there still?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep soon.
Awesome. Okay, good. Well, yeah, get some rest there. I'll see you all tomorrow, and thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
Thanks,
dude.
Steve-O.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.